Hi, this is Ramakrishna, okay, Hadoop development trainer in Durga Institute. So today we are just going with some small demo, just like for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, let's start our demo with a great heading, big data. So what is big data? Simply to say, the data which is beyond to the storage capacity and which is beyond to the processing power is called big data. Okay, so how we are getting that much of huge data? Okay, that we will see. Let's see. So here you are having different data generated factors like sensors, CC cams, so social networks. As a best example, Facebook. So we are well aware of that. So Facebook is generating more than 70 petabytes of data in a day into its corresponding Facebook server, as well as NCDC, National Climate Data Centers, we are seeing. So likewise, you are having number of data generated factors. If you can see exactly, so in the year 1990s, if you can see exactly in the year 1990s, so what is your hard disk capacity? Most probably we were using floppy disks. That time our hard disk capacity is just like what, 1 GB to 20 GB of hard disk, and its corresponding RAM capacity is just like 64 to 128 MB RAM, and its corresponding speed is what, 1 kbps. So this is actually what in the year 1990s. Next, in the year 2014, in the year 2014, so hard disk capacity is just like more than 1 TB, and we are using 4 to 16 GB of RAM, and we are almost going to use it is generating more than 100 MB per second of speed. Okay, so it is giving this much of huge speed. So in the span of 24 years, exactly in the span of 24 years, it is your hard disk capacity gets incremented for 1000 times, as well as your RAM capacity gets incremented accordingly, as well as your reading capacity also increased accordingly. So why we are going for this much of huge storage in with hard disk? So because you are getting more data. So you know very well that data should not be discarded. Data should be stored, and if you don't want it to process that data, you need not to store that data. So as you are storing that much of huge data, definitely you have to process it. Okay, so how we are getting that much of huge data, what type of data you are getting, as well as how to store that much of huge data and how to process that data, we will see in this. Okay, so observe here. Here main thing is you are getting data, right? So what type of data you are getting is somewhat important thing. So right now if you are thinking that you are living in 100% of the data world, if you are living in 100% of the data world, out of this 100% of the data, we have generated more than 70% of the data for the last 2 years or 2.5 years. Okay, so remaining 10% we have been generated for the long back. Okay, so today it is what, 90%, tomorrow it may be somewhat more, next to that day it may be somewhat more, next year it may be so. Okay, so how to store this much of huge data? Okay, how to process this much of huge data will be taken care by Hadoop as the best solution in your big data. Okay, so in this big data, in this Hadoop course, we are going to discuss about major concepts. So as a best solution, we know very well. So as we are getting huge data, that one we are calling it as what, big data. So as a best solution, we are having Hadoop. As a best solution, we are having Hadoop. So Hadoop is a best solution for this. So Hadoop is what? It's just like a framework. Okay, how you are having Struts, Spring, and what Hibernate in your Java. This is also what, a framework, but it is what, somewhat different. Okay, you cannot install that. How you are installing your Hibernate, Spring, and Struts. Here Hadoop is having its own setup. Okay, so Hadoop is there, and it is having major concepts. Okay, 2 major concepts are there. 2 major concepts are there. What those 2 are? HDFS and MapReduce. HDFS and what? MapReduce. So HDFS is Hadoop distributed file system. It's a specially designed file system to store huge data with cluster of commodity hardwares with a streaming data access pattern. Next, MapReduce is another technique okay, to process your data. So basically your HDFS is just storing your data, right? But so somebody should be there to process your data. That will be taken care by MapReduce as well as. So basically this Hadoop has been given on Java only. So your HDFS and MapReduce also has been given on Java only. So basically this MapReduce will give great support for Java developers. Okay, so need not to worry if you are not Java developer, if you are not well aware of writing Java programs, you can choose alternative way also, because this Hadoop has been given with any type of domain developers. Okay, so if you can see, suppose if you are thinking that you are query developer, okay, SQL query developer, you can go for what? Hadoop ecosystem tools. Hadoop ecosystem tools. Hadoop ecosystem tools. So what are all the different tools that we will see here? First one, Scoop. Next one, Hive. Next one, Pig. Next one, HBase, Oozie, and what? Flume. Finally, Flume. These are all what? Different Hadoop ecosystem tools. As well as it can give a great support for streaming, Hadoop streaming API also. Hadoop streaming API also means, just like if you are a Python scripting developer, or if you are any Ruby on Rails developer, okay, so any Ruby on Rails or any Python scripting developer also, so you can go for what? Hadoop streaming API. So Hadoop has been given a great support for any type of domain developers. So exactly to say, so we have already seen about HDFS and MapReduce, right? So if you are well aware of writing Java code, you can write MapReduce code, okay, on your data which we are storing in that HDFS. As well as Scoop is another tool. So RDBMS is there, right? RDBMS. So RDBMS is there, relational database management systems for storing structured data. So the data which is in the form of tables, which is with some rows and columns. Sometimes if your data is if your data is what? More than 100 terabytes. If you are thinking that your data is more than 100 terabytes, so that much of huge data cannot be stored and cannot be processed in RDBMS, because RDBMS cannot give that much of great support for storing that much of huge data as well as for processing that much of huge data. So that time better you can put your data into HDFS. So better you can put your data from RDBMS to HDFS. Put your data from RDBMS to HDFS, okay, by using Scoop tool. Okay. Next, as well as you can get that data back to RDBMS from your HDFS. For that also we are using what? Scoop tool only. So Scoop is a tool which is there for putting your data from RDBMS to HDFS, as well as getting that data back to RDBMS from that HDFS. For that reason you are using Scoop. Next, once you are storing that data into HDFS, you can write any MapReduce code with Java, or else any MapReduce code with what? Hive. So Hive is basically there for query language developers. So it seems like very similar with query languages. It seems like what? SQL. So basically here Hive is there with HiveQL. Okay, HiveQL. Next, Pig is there. So we are going to discuss about Hive along with your, all commands we are going to see, basic part as well as theoretical part, as well as what? Practical knowledge also we are going to see. In this we are going to see UDFs also in Hive, as well as Pig. Pig has given its own language, Pig Latin scripting we are calling it as. So Pig also has been given with its own language, so that also we are going to see, as well as we are going to see UDFs also in this Pig. Next, HBase. So the people who are working on NoSQL databases can work with this, okay, HBase. Okay, so NoSQL database. Next, basically we know very well Hadoop can deal big data. So it can process, it can store, and it can process big data. So sometimes one job may not be enough to do process on your big data. So that time better you can work with multiple jobs. So coordinate different jobs, give output from one job to another job as input. Okay, so how to coordinate those jobs will be taken care by Oozie. Next, finally Flume. Flume is like for storing log files. Okay, so this Flume and HBase both have been built on top of HDFS. Okay, these are all, so HBase, sorry, Hive, Scoop, Hive, Pick and Wooji, everything has been built on top of MapReduce. Okay, this is the overall content which we are going to give you in the duration, so in the span of 25 to 30 days of course duration. Okay, your fee structure is just like 2000 rupees only. Okay, so if you can see, I'll show you material here. So this is what the material which we are going to give you for this entire crash course. Okay, so it has been given by myself only. So you will be having very simple language in this. So theoretical things are there as well as most probably practical things are there. So this entire booklet will cover more than 10 programs for your HDFS, for your MapReduce. Okay, for your MapReduce. Next, as well as it can cover, this entire booklet will cover entire Scoop, Hive, Pick, HBase, Wooji and what Flume. So everything will be covered in this booklet. Okay, this is for free of cost only once you are going to join for this Durga Institute for Hadoop. Okay, thank you.